Wendy's, Domino's, Burger King, and Panda Express are serving up a piping hot helping of hurting with a side order of disorder. Tonight on Brand Slam. America. In the land of the fries and the home of the burg, there can be but one king, the Burger King. His only decree? Have it your way. A champion of freedom, a daredevil, a cunning warrior, feared by his foes and loved by his subjects. But in his kingdom, a shadow is growing. A red menace. Sprung from Domino's secret pizza labs in the 1980s, the NOID set out to ruin every pizza within his sinister reach. After a lengthy crime spree, the NOID was recaptured and reprogrammed by his pizza overlords. His new target? Burgers. His next victim? Our very freedoms. Can our benevolent burger dictator overcome the pizza pervert? Find out next on Brand Slam. Griffin McElroy, thank you so much for joining me in the premiere episode of Brand Slam, where we're about to see a matchup between Burger King and the NOID. Do you have any predictions for this matchup?
I think they are, my sweet prayer is that they both lose, and if they've both eaten the bad foods from the brands they represent, they will almost certainly either both lose or not be able to compete because of the tummy crimes that they are going to commit.
Well, let's get granular here. Let's
Yeah.
talk about the specific foods. Coming into this match, what do you predict each of these competitors from their own menu consumed?
I mean, the NOID probably had some pizzas, right? But they definitely ruined them because that's what the NOID does. Piece of shit. Burger King, actually, you know what? Burger King probably had a salad. So I think Burger King might have the edge here. Can we talk about how Domino's mascot for a long time was an evil demon who destroyed pizza? Like, at least the Burger King is trying to, like, champion his bad food. I mean, the NOID is just like, fuck this food.
Within the canon of the very real canon of McDonald's, we also have, milkshake thieves and burger thieves. I think, that was an important part of the American psyche in the 1980s, is the feeling that people were coming for your belongings and you had to protect them by any means necessary. And Burger King appears to be ready to protect his legacy as an in-ring competitor by any means necessary as he jauntily makes his way down to the ring here in Polygon Arena in New York City.
No, it said Paris, France. Why, though, is the background the Polygon logo, the American flag, and Macho Man Randy Savage? All three kind of super... It's a very busy sort of symbol for him.
There are many questions that will be answered over the course of Brand Slam, and that one is just many of them. And Burger King warming up, limbering up those hips.
Can we talk about his 9-foot high jump that he used an invisible pole to vault into? Nobody's ever done that after eating Burger King. Look at him, what happened?
Burger King has disrobed. The Emperor has no clothes. But he does have an opponent in the NOID.
Fuck. Oh man, the hips cannot gyrate at all.
The slick red pizza pervert.
This beautiful fruit leather clad nightmare. He just looks so sticky, which I guess the NOID, he's not going to take his fucking clothes off, is he? Because I'll quit. I mean, I guess I already did.
Well, I believe the NOID will be leaving on these clothes as part of his psychological warfare campaign against the Burger King.
The humping. I'm going to sue Domino's in real life for the things happening in the video.
He has certainly ruined the pizzas of anybody who happened to be eating while watching this episode of Brand Slam. And it looks like the Burger King is just about ready to get his hands on a hot slice of the NOID.
Stalking his prey, as the Sneak King is wont to do. Okay. I really want to see this guy get the shit kicked out of him. I didn't think I had strong feelings about this matchup, but I really wanted to see the NOID just get creamed.
Two competitors warming up. Referee signals for the bell to ring, and this action is off.
Come on, BK. Oh, nope.
NOID opens up with a big lifting... what the fuck is that move? It's been a long time since I called a wrestling match.
It's like a haymaker. All right, and a little backflip. I don't know what anything is called.
Burger King with
I love
the
it.
fireman's carry takeover. Go on.
Using the ears as leverage, that is a very good technique.
And
He knew those ears
slingshot
were going to be
off the
costly.
ropes.
Okay, and a quick stomp on the arm.
All right,
And
Burger
then
King taking his time.
Right on the knee butt, yeah. It's called the knee butt, actually.
Cutting the Noid into 8 clean pieces here. Over the top rope, Noid answers with a fist to the face. Up into the fireman's carry. Burger King's in trouble here. And a big flapjack. Flapjacks notably not served at Domino's or Burger King.
Today they are, Pat.
And the Noid brings him up onto his feet for a big vertical suplex.
Okay, I didn't agree to watch a man get murdered, especially not a man I love as much as the Burger King.
And the Burger King up backwards into a DDT across the knee. The Noid is nothing if not a... Oh, there we go. Dragon screw takedown. Burger King bringing the Noid back up to his feet, looking for an opportunity to return some of the punishment he's received with a big belly-to-belly suplex, and the Noid is hurting. Griffin, what does the Noid have to do to pull ahead in this matchup?
I think leave, because BK, I'm just now realizing, is kind of built like a brick shithouse, and all of his moves are just very stomp and crush heavy. I don't think the Noid is going to be able to stand up to those blows.
And the punishment begins. Burger King bringing the Noid over to the turnbuckle, asking him to taste it.
Now that is actually what happens if you do not eat the burgers that the Burger King gives you. And the commercials don't go that long, but the BK will beat your fucking face into the corner of whatever room you're in.
And Burger King with a totally unnecessary kick across the back of the Noid, bringing him up into the camel clutch position.
Break his fucking neck, Burger King.
Just rip
Do it. Rip his fucking head and spine out.
As a commentator, I try to remain impartial, but I would love to see the Burger King remove the Noid's head and hoist it above his head like so many Sub-Zeros before him.
Just so we can find out what's in there, because it ain't blood and muscle and bones. I don't know what the Noid's made out of. Again, I think it might just be fruit leather throughout. I don't think that's a suit. I think that's just... He's a shambling sort of fruit leather... Homunculus.
Yeah, so here we see... Oh! Looks like Noid went for a bit of a takeover there. Burger King was able to slip over, goes for the pinfall, only gets one. That's still going to take some energy out of the Noid. And now Burger King in a position of control, raining down elbows from above. Taking a quick moment for a breather, just as I want to do halfway through a Whopper.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no.
Oh, what a bad way to punch. It's just if you're gonna punch, you can't hurt yourself with it too. Just you could just lay down on the ground and do that right next to him. I don't think that jumping through the air adds a whole lot to. Oh my God, the Noid! The Noid! He's too big for this.
Looking for that air raid crash across the knee, and all that punishment to the head and the skull and the tender brain of the Burger King has got to be adding up by now. And it looks like the Noid's looking to finish when he goes behind. Several back elbows from the Burger King free him.
I tell all the wrestlers I talk to, gotta protect your brain cage. That is where you think your wrestling thoughts in the middle of a match. Oh, that poor butt is just going through a lot right now.
Burger King went for that suplex. Noid flipped through and followed up with a brutal backbreaker. The back, neck, and spine of the Burger King have been significantly punished throughout the course of this match, and he's got to be feeling the effects of that right now. And he's up into the fireman's carry, and this could be it. Gutbuster across the knee. Anything that was in that tummy of Burger King has got to be working its way up right about now.
He is regretting that salad, wishing he ate something with protein, a little bit more wrestle strength, and unfortunately, I think that's what's doomed him. Oh, but fighting back, he says no. He says, no, Noid, I will avoid you.
Just kidding. In addition to the salad, I ate 36 chicken fries, and he hits that big Northern Light suplex just to punctuate that fact, and it looks like he's looking to bring this one home. Up into the fireman's carry. And a Falcon Arrow. He's got to go for the pinfall right now to have a chance of putting the Noid away.
He's not going to get a better chance
than one. That's two.
I hate watching those butt cheeks spread out, though. Okay, thank God.
And our very first
we
winner.
got the win. I'm impartial, so the Burger King got the win. I did have to watch that butt cheek sort of lift up in a way that I wasn't expecting to enjoy as much as I did.
We now have definitive proof, Griffin McElroy, that Burger King is better than Domino's. Does this change your worldview in any way?
No, I was pretty sure. Domino's, they have the pizza tracker. That's fine. But on this pizza tracker, it just said, we're losing, we lost.
Stay tuned for more fast food fighting action as Panda Express goes head-to-head with Wendy's next on Brand Slam. Panda Express. Wendy's. 2 outstanding fast food brands. 2 unique champions. The Panda's diet is composed of 99% bamboo. Dave Thomas's diet is composed of 99% raw creatine. A panda typically uses the bathroom 40 times a day. Dave Thomas hasn't used the bathroom in 40 days. There are only 2,000 pandas left living in the wild. Dave Thomas can deadlift 2,000 pounds. Stay tuned for ultimate humiliation as the Wendy's death machine Dave Thomas puts Panda Express on the endangered species list. And we are into our second matchup for the night. The one and only
God almighty.
Dave Thomas, looking jacked, brother.
Looking fit. And you know what? The panda's not too bad either. I can see some abs going on there.
Yep. Go ahead.
What is the panda?
The panda is here tonight representing Panda Express. He took a break from a long lifetime of not fucking to take out that frustration in the ring.
What? Why? Oh, because pandas are living captive. All right. I had to walk a long way to meet you where you went with that joke. Dave Thomas, though, he fucks. So now we're in New York City. I don't know why the last one was in Paris. Maybe you got a bug in the game you should take a look at. Yeah, this is just, yeah, this is...
Sauntering his way down to the ring, oozing machismo, oozing grease. The square patty daddy himself.
Did the square patty daddy use some of the leftover burger grease to like rub on his body to get that sweet sheen?
The impression that I'm getting is that he did in fact.
Pat, the face. How did the face get on that?
That's Dave Thomas's face. That's
yeah.
That's what he looks like. And that's also, this is a perfect modeling of Dave Thomas's body.
I mean, whenever I've seen Dave Thomas in my life, he's, talking about adoption or his great burgers, but he is wearing sort of a sensible button down and some slacks. And if you saw him in a sort of more athletic get up than this, maybe this is what lies beneath. That thick body is going to destroy this fucking panda. This is going to be, PETA is going to get on us for this one because Dave Thomas is going to put this panda in the ground and send it to panda hell. The body armor, okay, now this is a Soul Calibur character that you made, and that's okay with me. A Soul Calibur character wearing medieval plate mail and also a diaper. So a lot of sort of tonally confusing things.
Griffin, I believe what you're seeing is just the natural, color variations of the hair of a real panda, the fur of a real panda. That's just.
Oh, that's a real panda's hair. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a big man in a diaper, and that's fine with me too, and also the plate mail. Now, this will be interesting because Dave Thomas's powerful arms won't be able to punch through that plate mail, so I think we need the ref to get in there and say, okay, that's exactly what happened.
So the ref has asked Panda Express Panda to remove that plate mail for a more fair matchup here, but in terms of fair matchups, it looks like we might not have one right out of the gate. Panda Express with a significant size advantage.
Yeah, I didn't really appreciate that contextually until I saw these two boys sitting next. Oh my God.
With a panda with a big open palm across the top of the head, driving Dave Thomas's face down into the mat, bringing him back up onto his feet, going for that front chancery and some brutal knee strikes. A strategy we're going to see a lot throughout this fast food competition, I believe, is competitors trying to free any imprisoned fast food from the bellies of their competitors.
Yeah. I'm curious if we're going to hear from the WWF about this one, the World Wildlife Foundation, who does have the panda mascot and also the name that used to be the name of this thing. I think I might be rooting for the panda on this one just because I do not want the WWE to be shut down, because then Shinsuke Nakamura wouldn't have a job anymore.
Dave Thomas with that big swinging neck breaker, bringing Panda back up into a seated position and onto his knees, taking his time. He's really trying to get the Panda in exactly the position he wants him in.
Yes, he has many power zones, hot spots all around the ring. And you see, this is the sign of a great wrestler. That was a
graceful
bit of a
diving
botch.
headbutt.
Bit of a botch there, but that's fine. This is wrestling. You know, they can't all be perfect. Wow, that's a big fucking panda.
And an agile Panda at that, quickly catching wind of Dave Thomas's attack plans and countering with a jawbreaker. Dave Thomas rolling to the outside to catch his breath, perhaps.
Oh, and now he's out. He's in the lava, and that's an instant loss. That's wrestling rules. It's a shame. I wanted to see a little bit more wrestling, but the game is over now. Now this is just a street fight.
Referee is beginning the count. These competitors have a count of 10 to get back in the ring. And good Lord, Panda delivering a brutal DDT on the concrete outside the ring. Now, this is just only a couple inches of mat there to protect our competitors. We really prefer that they keep the action in the ring to avoid injury, but this appears to be a blood feud.
I did not think these two were going to beef quite as hard as they are. Like, they are on completely opposite ends of the fast food spectrum.
Well, Dave Thomas has decided to bring the action back into the ring because that is the only place this match can finish, is with a 3 count in the center of the ring. Dave Thomas with an Irish whip into the corner. Panda taking a moment to gain his composure, maybe taking a bit too long as Dave Thomas whips him into the other turnbuckle and follows up with a big lariat. Dave Thomas has got to go for a pinfall right now, but he elects to bring Panda Express back up to his feet. Up and over.
There was something sporting about this match when we began, but it seems almost as if Dave Thomas has found a reason to hate the Panda. And is now sort of using that as fuel in his punching campaign. This is... What did he...
Panda
okay, now, Pat, you know about wrestling. What just happened
there?
Oh, it was a claw attack against his old muscled back.
Oh, my Lord.
Pat, at some point we got to call this fight, right? It's getting a little dangerous, I think.
Panda, yeah, he has rung the bell of Dave Thomas. And he takes a seat on his throne.
His throne of man. Pat, how is this even allowed? I did not think we let animals get up in the ring. I thought it was mostly a human affair.
The rules of Brand Slam, if we did have a brief meeting with the referee where we looked and we concluded that there ain't no rule says a panda can't participate in a life or death struggle in the wrestling ring, as Dave Thomas goes for the cover, only gets 2, and he is beside himself.
A little over-ambitious there. Well, I guess this opens the door for Spuds McKenzie, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. This is what I love to see.
Dave Thomas putting some mayo on it.
Fully rogered. I sure hope Wendy's not watching this.
Wendy is in the audience watching from home, hoping only for the best for her daddy. But Panda has
can't see this.
Dave Thomas up, and he drops from, that's got to be 7 or 8 feet up in the air with all of the weight of Panda right behind it. Panda looking to go for the cover here.
When you got a boy this tall, you're talking about significant G-forces, centrifugal forces on each drop. It's just going to tear this man apart. This has got to be it.
That's got to be it.
A shame. A shame. A crying shame.
And once again, Brand Slam, using our scientific method of wrestling simulation, has determined that Panda Express is better than Wendy's.
I can't disagree more with that statement, and yet the science determined it, so, I'm not a computer. I can't disagree.
Griffin, what do you see in the future for Panda as he continues his career here in the Brand Slam Wrestling Federation?
We're going to need either 2 wrestlers to take down this big beefy bear, or we're going to have to arm one of our wrestlers with some sort of blade. And I don't think either of those is going to happen. I think Panda could take it all. I do not see a scenario where somebody can take down all of this raw furry muscle.
Next time, it's Colonel versus Clown and Papa versus Puppy. Only on Brand Slam.